Welcome. My name is Michelle D. Burnett. Welcome to the Red Hot News, hot business news that you can use. Today, we are so excited. We have a special guest. We have Tasha Brown from the Illinois Small Business Development Center. Hi, Ms. Brown. Can you tell
Hi, good morning. Go ahead.
about you?
Hi, good morning. I'm sorry. How are you today?
I'm great.
Good. So I'm so excited to be on the show today. You asked me to share a little bit about myself.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
so my name again is Tasha Brown. I am the Associate Director of the Illinois Small Business Development Center at the Women's Business Development Center in the South Suburbs. And so I have been in that role for almost 2 years, and I work with entrepreneurs who are looking to either launch their business, they've just started their business and they need help, or they're looking to scale their business.
Okay, so tell us a little bit more about your role in the things that you're doing with the entrepreneurs, the small businesses, certain niches, how you're able to help people out through the Illinois Small Business Development Center.
Sure. So the Illinois Small Business Development Center has been around for 30 plus years, as well as the Women's Business Development Center. And so the Women's Business Development Center has the program of the Illinois Small Business Development Center. And what we do is we provide existing and emerging businesses in Illinois specifically with the professional business advising they need to grow and succeed. And so we help people make sound business decisions. I help them become loan ready when they're looking to acquire some capital. I help them with their business plan. I don't write business plans, but I help them think through the different aspects of their business. And if someone is looking to start a business, I help them understand the feasibility of that business. And so the Small Business Development Center Network, the Illinois Small Business Development Center Network, has actually been around 30 plus years, and we have funding partners that include universities, we have colleges, federal, state, and local governments, and private organizations that fund the programming.
Okay, so you're part of the WBDC, the Women's Business Development Center.
I
Would it be
am,
okay
yes.
for you to tell the audience a little bit about them?
Yeah, absolutely. The WBDC, or the Women's Business Development Center, is an amazing premier nonprofit organization. Again, we've been around for over 30 something years, helping thousands of men and women secure their business and to launch their dream. And so we offer a myriad of programs to help entrepreneurs. We have programs that are cohort based, meaning that you'll be in a class with at least 10 or so people, and that you all would journey over a period of anywhere from 6 to 9 weeks through a particular class. And so we have planned for profit for emerging and existing businesses. So that's a cohort-based program. We have Scale Up, which is another cohort-based program, and I must add, it is an award-winning cohort-based program. We also have GovCon and CityCon. GovCon and CityCon are basically programs for those who are looking to do some government contracting. And so we have that program as well. In addition to those cohort-based programs, the Women's Business Development Center has an access to capital program. And so if you're looking for startup funding, we lend to startup businesses. And if you've been out there and you've tried to get a startup loan from your bank, you'll notice that many big banks do not lend to startup businesses. And so we are unique in that we have a lending program for startup businesses. So in addition to our cohorts, our access to capital, we're also proud of our certification program. So we are a regional partner of WeBank, and WeBank is the Women's Business Enterprise National Council. And so we're a regional partner, and we have the ability to help certify women-owned businesses. And so if you're looking to do business with corporations, then WeBank certification is what you would look for. And so our WeBank certification is really widely known in the Midwest. We have a presence in Kansas, Wisconsin. We have a presence in Missouri, of course, Illinois. And so if you're interested in certifying as a woman-owned small business or a women's business enterprise, to do business with corporations, then WeBank is the way to go. So in addition to all of that, we have other programs we're launching. We have a PTAC, which is a Procurement Technical Assistance Center. And so just like I mentioned GovCon or CityCon earlier, if you're interested in doing any type of government contracting, then you can visit our PTAC or our Procurement Technical Assistance Center. And I can go on and on because we have a few other programs that we're rolling out, but we really are a stable organization that's present to help men and women develop their business idea and to really grow and succeed.
Wow, that's a lot of things. But there was one thing that I recall. I personally have taken a class or several sessions with the Women's Business Development Center, and one was starting a business in Illinois. Would you like to elaborate a little bit about that?
Yeah, that's one of my signature workshops. Yeah, starting your business in Illinois is a workshop that really helps people understand the landscape when it comes to starting a business. And so the workshop is only a couple of hours, and traditionally we bring in an attorney to help people understand the different business entities. We talk about the steps you need to take to launch your business, and we also discuss business planning. And so that's one of our signature events. We try to offer it once a month throughout our WBDC offices. So we have an office in Richton Park, one in Little Village, one downtown, and one in Aurora. And so between those 4 offices, more so between the 3, downtown, Little Village, and Richton Park, we look to host a Starting Your Business in Illinois workshop at least once a month.
Oh, that is excellent. I just wanted to let our listening audience know that the Women's Business Development Center / Illinois Small Business Development Center is a phenomenal organization or organizations, and that even if you're starting a business, if you've been in business for a while, or you're looking to expand and or grow, this is a definite resource within the state of Illinois that is of no cost for a majority of their programs. And you need to connect with Tasha Brown at the South Suburban branch and to learn more. And at the end of our program, she'll give you the contact information on how to reach her during their virtual time. This is something that you definitely need. There's always resources being put out there that's going to help your business and for you to do something else very important, and that's share with other people. It's not for us to get the information just for 1 or 2, but it's for us to share that others can grow and be blessed by this also. So let's also talk about this, Ms. Brown. We have a lot going on with COVID-19.
My goodness.
We've had several podcasts with the Red Hot News talking about how entrepreneurs, how we can navigate through this, how we can include podcasting. And now you are coming to add some meat up on the rest of what we're putting on out here. And I would like for you to tell our listening audience, how can these business owners differentiate all this information? We have things coming from the banks, things coming from QuickBooks Online, vendors, this. Can you please tell us what's going on with all of these business loans that the government has said that they're issuing to business owners? We're getting so much information. You don't know if you go right, left. So please, can you tell us more about this?
I can. Let me say this. To the listening audience, I am going to give you a very high level understanding of what's available, but I do want to encourage people to have a one-on-one conversation. Our advising is at no cost to you. And so there is so much information, and it will be best suited for you to give me a call, set up an appointment, and we can go through things one by one. But let me say this, you are absolutely right, Ms. Burnett. There is so much information out there. And I want to start with the 2 items that are of most importance. It is the Economic Injury Disaster Loan, which is offered through the SBA as part of the CARES Act, and the Paycheck Protection Program, which is also offered because of the CARES Act. Now, let me just preface what I'm going to say with this. Those 2 programs are currently closed at this moment because the SBA has run out of funding. Those 2 programs are closed, but it does not mean that once it reopens, you won't be able to apply. So that's why I want to tell people that once it opens, consider applying to the EIDL loan, the EIDL, the Economic Injury Disaster Loan through the SBA. You have to go directly to sba.gov/disaster. That again is sba.gov/disaster to apply for that. And then for the Paycheck Protection Program, you actually have to work with your lender. If they are an approved SBA lender, you have to work directly with your lender to have access to that. The reason why these two loans are of note is because they both have a forgivable portion to the loan. The EIDL loan comes with the ability to get up to a $10,000 advance. It's not an automatic $10,000 advance. You can get up to a $10,000 advance, which is not refundable. And so if you were awarded that advance, but you did not get your economic injury disaster loan, that's not a problem. You do not have to repay it. So in a sense, it is worthwhile to go after the EIDL loan. With the Paycheck Protection Program, that too is a forgivable loan. Not the entire EIDL loan is not forgivable, but portions of the Paycheck Protection Program can be forgivable if you use those funds to keep people employed, if you use those funds to keep your payroll going. And so there are some nuances to both of those, and I would certainly encourage you all to make an appointment with me by calling 312-758-7704, 312-758-7704. So there are a lot of nuances to those two programs, but since it has a forgivable component, I would really encourage you all to look into those. Now, in addition to the EIDL loan and the PPP, Cook County is rolling out a program has rolled out a program, for what they consider small businesses and gig workers. And so Cook County's program, I have a link that I can send to you all once you reach out to me. But their program allows you to also get up to, I think, $25,000 in loans for your business. In addition to that, the state of Illinois has the Small Business Emergency Loan Fund. The Department of Commerce and Economic Opportunity has the Small Business Emergency Loan Fund, and that's up to $50,000, and you have to go directly through Axion Chicago for that one. There are a couple of other things that are out there, but again, I would encourage you to have a conversation, because the question you asked, Ms. Burnett, is how does one decide whether or not that loan is for them? So keep in mind, you will be incurring debt. And I would not advise anyone to incur so much debt that you are unable to make or to service your debt. And so you have to decide which one has the interest rate that is more favorable. You have to look at your business model. Are you able to pivot and do something differently? So for example, I'm working with business owners who have to meet with people face to face, but now they're looking to adopt an e-commerce platform for their business, or an e-commerce business model, which is an online shop, so that they can sell products online. They can sell other things online, even sell their services online. They may not be direct services such as washing someone's hair or styling someone's hair or getting a massage, but the services may be a yoga class, or the service may be some type of mental health wellness coaching. And so I really encourage people to do two things. While you are applying for a loan, still think about your business model. You still have to generate revenue. And so look at ways that are not familiar, but look at different ways that you can generate revenue.
That is excellent. So can you please let our listening audience know again what your contact information is, and if there's a website that you may provide for them?
Yes. So I want to direct people to either call or email. I will say this. If you call and I don't answer, it could be that I'm advising a client. And so you can leave a message or send an email. And so that number to call is 312-758-7704, 312-758-7704. And the email address to send me an email is tbrown, T for Tasha, tbrown at WBDC.org. That's Women's Business Development Center.org. Tasha Brown, or T Brown, excuse me, at WBDC.org. So send me an email or give me a call to schedule an appointment. Additionally, you can visit www.wbdc.org to see more of our programs. There might be some things that you're interested in that I don't offer, but it is offered throughout the WBDC. I will point you in the right direction. And so we have a whole slew of